Hello, hi, I'm Keith Weed and I am the CMO of Unilever, and I'm here at CES in 2016 talking to ARF.
Hi, I'm Sthanunathan, Senior Vice President of CMI at Unilever, and I'm here at CES 2016 with ARF.
You're both engineers by background. All right, so here we are, 2016 at CES. How did you get here?
Hey, I was an engineer a long time ago, academically trained as an engineer. But I would argue in today's world that's even more important. So as the whole world flexes towards data and be able to leverage data, people who appreciate numbers and can find solutions in numbers rather than problems in numbers, I think it's going to become more and more important. So I think, as always, the power in marketing and building brands has been creativity and effectiveness,
Yes.
art and science,
Yes.
magic and logic. And I think now we have to have them both. So I'd argue an engineer who has an artistic flair is perfectly positioned.
Engineers have one unique skill. They understand data and implications. Where there is a data explosion happening, that skill is going to become more and more important.
I want to hear just a little bit about your stories.
I have run companies for Unilever, I've run categories. Business.
How long have you been at Unilever?
Over 30 years. In the last 6 years, come to this role where I'm sort of more of a functional role, Chief Marketing Officer, Communications Officer, running sustainability as well.
He spent 30 years, I've spent close to 3 years. Prior to that, I spent 17 years at Coke.
Do you think that agility of having a career and being able to operate in different cultures, do you tap that?
I would argue it's essential. I just think if you go to one or maybe even two markets, it gives you a different perspective on how the world's joining up. Sensitivity to appreciate, different people engage culturally, engage emotionally in different ways. And if you can really understand that as a marketeer, I think it unlocks huge amounts of opportunity.
I think for me, the two words that I would use is empathy versus sympathy. If you have lived in multiple markets,
that's good. Yeah.
You empathize with people a lot more. Whereas if you've been in one market for a very long time, very often you hear people saying, "Oh, I went to this country, it's multi-sensorial assault. I feel sorry for those people." You don't have to feel sorry for them.
That's not very empathetic.
But if you live there, then you understand why they do what they do.
How about failure?
You do learn more from your failure. When things are going well, it's just reinforcing, I understand that. And I'm not sure you learn a great deal from that. But when things don't go so well, I think you learn from those.
If you haven't failed, you're not trying hard enough.
If you try and manage within the comfort zone of everything you can control right now, I absolutely guarantee you're not going to learn enough. So you've got to push out and experiment. That great saying of fail quickly. It's perfect. Go out, make something, realize it's wrong, learn, and then move on.
It's okay to fail once, but if people fail on the same area multiple times, then that's stupidity.
Yeah, good point.
Before I hang my boots, I would love to see corporations having the guts to create what I would call as Hall of Shame. There are many more failures.
Yes.
Can we have that cultural revolution which will make companies and the people in the companies comfortable to say that I fail and it's up on the Hall of Shame? Once it is up there, then nobody will make the same mistake ever again.
Let's talk about this partnership that you have.
I think that consumer insight is a massive part of what we do. That'd be the first thing. I think the second thing, as you were saying before, is this is a fast-changing world. So it's not just about insight, it's also about foresight. It's like having a view of the future. But then, much beyond that, there's a whole new thing coming up in the whole area of data. Lead how we deal with data at scale in consumer marketing business is going to be critical.
You view that data as being potentially a competitive advantage.
Yeah, that's what it is. No, not in view it is. That's a fact, not a view.
Yeah. Well, if you're asking or get asked too many times to measure the ROI of research, then you need to kind of maybe get the mirror out, using my paraphrasing a little bit. Say a little more.
The day Keith comes and says, "Show me what is the ROI on research or ROI of your function," then I think the game is over.
Get that resume out.
Then the game is over, because then you're not adding value. He doesn't get the value, and therefore...
And now I know how to wind you up. Oh my God, you just given me an insight.
At the end of the day, if you're adding value every day, people will... Which is why I get really irritated when a lot of insight people come and bitch and moan, saying that, "Oh, I don't get seat at the table."
Yeah.
Nobody gives you seat at the table. Seat at the table is earned.
Yeah.
If you're not getting invited, that means you're not valued. I think the days of asking for a seat at the table is over. We should become the table.
Yeah.
around which people
Yeah,
gather.
I think that's an excellent point.
The magic of insights and foresight is to help businesses see where future growth is going to come from. Not where we've been, but where we're going to go. And that's what we're here to do, is add value to the business.
As much as you speak of that, you invested in innovation by creating this Foundry. And so speak about that a little bit.
It's all about learning by doing. The Foundry actually started about 3.5 years ago. We're now working with over 90 startups in various different ways. If you say to a startup, you can work with a brand like Dove or Ben & Jerry's or whatever, and we can help scale your idea across multiple countries. That's exactly what a startup wants to hear. What we get is obviously working with some really innovative people, some really great brains, and also bringing some ideas straight into our brands, which we can then scale. So it is a genuine win-win.
I think the challenge that we were trying to solve was, how can we create double the impact at half the time and half the cost. Very often the people who walked through the door in the Shark Tank experiment had technology and they had no idea of what the technology could be applied to. And that's when we started thinking about Shark Tank as an approach.
One, treatise statement, charismatic comment about Insights 2020, why this project is important to you, and then Stan, and then a prediction, and we'll kind of close off.
We need to reinvent and think differently about insight. Is it telling you something that confirms something you're doing, and hence lean in more to it? Is it challenging something you're doing? So think about it, or is there a new idea coming out of it? And if you take those three approaches to virtually anything you do, I think it can then make you think a little bit differently. And certainly that's what we've done with the Insights 2020. I think this year is going to be the year where we really see mobile coming at scale.
There are two things that are going to take over the insights industry.
Okay.
One is artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
And the second one,
you already have great examples of that.
To a much lesser extent, virtual reality. Because artificial intelligence is, after all, artificial. The natural intelligence is not going to go away. So how do we raise the bar on natural intelligence so that we can leverage artificial intelligence as opposed to getting controlled by artificial intelligence?
Thank you so very much, Keith Weed. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Stan,
Gail.
as
Thanks.
always.